With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, Trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series fires things off for the final cutoff before your Championship 4 will be set for Charlotte Motor Speedway next Saturday night. But first, tonight, under the lights, we will find out which other 3 drivers will join Ryan Bird in that Championship 4. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David the Cave bringing you all the calls from Trackside. 5-minute pump and dump clothing company qualifying session already underway. Drivers hitting the track: Maurice Gamillion, one of the drivers in that Levi Garrett 44 throwback machine. Look out for him tonight. Track temperature 118 degrees. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and click over to some of those qualifying times as drivers begin to lay down some of those quick times tonight. Dakota Money's going to put it on top of the speed charts with a fast time. 31:99 is the quick time for Moniz. We'll see if that's going to hold true. See if he can't walk away with a little bit extra in his back pocket here in the Pump and Dump Clothing Company qualifying session. Pumping up your average Joe duck hunter enthusiast goods. You can find them all right there at pumpdumpclothingcompany.com. Use code NAISCC for free shipping. You can head on over there and get some league specific gear as well. Big tip of the cap to Pump and Dump Clothing Company coming on board, sponsoring this season. Look forward to the future with them as well. So as the music fades away, time begins to fade away halfway through this 5-minute qualifying session. And now Aaron Kralik puts that clean Tide 01 Chevy ZL1 Camaro top of the speed charts with a quick time 31:80. We're going to try to get to some of those point standings here in just a moment if we've got the time. Just about a minute remaining here in qualifying, and still Max Fonner, Ryan Bird, Sean Huffstutler, and Thomas Walter yet to put in their time lapse. Ryan Bird, he's just out here, I want to say for fun, really. He can go for broken. Jarrett Talmadge going to go top of the speed charts. That 12, we'll be talking about him extensively here tonight. He's going to pick up the qualifying top spot right now. That 12 going to slot in with a 31:79. It's a great lap for Talmadge. Ryan Bird already locked into the championship four, so he's just kind of out there running for broke, looking just to pat his back pocket with a little more in that win column. We're going to get to the championship point standings real quick. Check that out. Your top 8. There you can see Jarrett Talmadge, your pole sitter right now. 67 points back from the overall points lead. But more importantly, 46 points out of that cutoff line. He is in a must-win situation, and he's going to roll off from the front of the field and give himself a little bit better odds at it. Jarrett Talmadge going to walk away with the Pump and Dump Clothing Company qualifying award, and we're going to step trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside as the jets fly over and drivers begin to make their way to their starting spots. Will jump a little a little bit closer, and the bells will begin to ring in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the North Star Designs Retro 150 right here from Atlanta Motor Speedway, rolling off inside row number 1. Your pole sitter here tonight, the 12 of Jared Talmadge. Just to his outside in that tied 0-1 machine, Aaron Kralik. Kerry Trebu, Maurice Chameleon, right there in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight in the Retro 150, the 39 of James Watson, followed by the 17 of Adam Westfield. Isaac Shelley, Mark Wright back in row 4. Row number 5 tonight, the 10 of Thomas Green and the 5 of Dakota Moniz. Shane White, Max Fonner back in row number 6, rounding out the field back in row number 7. Thomas Walter, Ryan Bird, and the 94 of Sean Huffstutler will start Shotgun Sally in the 15th position for tonight's final North Star 5 race of the season, the North Star Designs Retro 150. iRacing Chevy Silverado will duck off, and these machines will roll to life for tonight's race. 150 laps as the music fades. We roll to the restart box, and on the gas, green flag flies for the first time here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Down into the first corner, no real clear-cut advantage for either of the lanes just yet, although there is a big gap on the bottom back from Talmadge back to his help. Kralik's already got Chameleon all over him. 17 of Adam Westfield right there on the high side as well. Top side going to go up and around, drop down to the bottom of the racetrack. Your top 3 new race leaders now from the top to the bottom. Aaron Kralik leads lap 1. Kralik going to lead lap 1 after a hard charge on the outside on the initial start of the race. Chameleon followed through. Adam Westfield rode the coattails of that line and down to the bottom of the racetrack. And now that 12 of Talmadge, he's fighting back on the inside. Talmadge, one of those drivers vying for a championship spot tonight. He has got to get to victory lane. There is no second guessing it. He cannot just point his way in. Not safe. He has got to find the checkered flag here tonight, and we've got 3 wide with the 7 of Trebu at the top. Calm it down from 3 wide, back now, double file. Adam Westfield going to lead that outside lane. 44 of Chameleon down on the inside. You can see that throwback Levi Garrett paint scheme, loving it right there down on the inside lane as Kralik trying to control both lines. He's going to jump back to the top of the racetrack. Lap number 4 now underway. Quick heavy action here at the repave. Atlanta Motor Speedway racing like a super speedway. These drivers got Talladega and Daytona on their minds, and in a cutoff scenario, not seeing too many drivers really tiptoed through the tulips. They're out there getting it on, throwing some haymakers at each other here, and everybody all mixed up, all within 1.5 seconds of each other. Your entire 15-car field within a second and a half of each other. Now Chameleon on the bottom. He's going to look to roll to the front, but those fast 5 on the top of the racetrack, they are well organized, and well, Trebu looks like he may hit the elevator button and drop down to the bottom. Nope, going to stay at the top. Loving the look of that 39 as well. Another throwback paint scheme inspired livery here this season. The fast Ford Mustang of Watson running in that 4th position. He is your highest running Ford driver in the field. Got to go all the way back to 15th to find your next Ford in this field. The 94 of Sean Huffstutler running tail end of this field right where he started from, and maybe just biding some time, maybe just playing it safe here as Huffstutler out of championship contention, maybe just wanting to let these guys kind of go at it and have at it for a little while and see how things shake out a little bit later on here tonight. 150 laps, our official race distance. Lap number 50, we'll see the Sim Box Tour stage break come out, and drivers will be able to relay some information to the crew chiefs and try to get some of these machines fixed up to their liking a little bit more. Nothing really happening at the front. Westfield continuing to follow Kralik with the 7 of Trebu still behind. James Watson, Thomas Green right there, 4th and 5th on the speedway. There you can see that premier number 10 filter time. Toyota Camry down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to make up some time. He's got the 12 of Talmadge all over him. Chameleon still running well. And that 6th position way up high, almost scraping the wall. Dakota Moniz in that Labonte throwback scheme, the 5 down on the inside of the racetrack. Isaac Shelley running well. Let's talk about the rookie for a moment here. We haven't spoke about him very much so far here tonight. Just kind of a quiet go at it in happy hour as well as in the qualifying session. That 98 machine running very well here tonight. He's 8 points out of the final cutoff line as a rookie, coming in, making it all the way through the regular season, all the way this deep into the playoffs, and he's got a shot to not only walk away with a Rookie of the Year championship, but also walk away with a season championship. If Shelley can finish well here tonight, maybe walk away with a race win, that will all but ensure that he has a chance for a championship at Charlotte next Saturday night. So we're going to keep our eye on this machine of Shelley. A little bit of a wiggle out of that 57 of Thomas Walter, who's just in front. Things slowly looking like they're beginning to get single file throughout this field. Everybody looking for a position. Aaron Kralik still at the front, leading the field. Adam Westfield right there, less than a tenth off of him. Entire field still within 2 seconds of each other. No real big gaps. You've got 2 smaller gaps from Maurice Chameleon back to Dakota Moniz, and then a small gap from Isaac Shelley back to Max Fonner. That 51 Max Motorsports machine giving himself just a little bit of a leeway right here as we've got side-by-side action for third, and no, the 10 going to get shuffled out. The run for Thomas Green going to go no more, and he's going to drop a spot or two, and he'll slot up right behind James Watson, so he'll stop the bleeding early here, looking for a jump. Once again, going to look to the bottom, look to take the position away from that 39 of Watson, and with Talmadge going with him right up the track. Both drivers going to gain a spot. Watson loses to that lap. Nose to tail action at the front of the field. Jared Talmadge right there running in fifth. We spoke about him already. We're going to be talking about him all night long. He is one of the drivers that we have got to keep our eye on. He is in a must-win situation for that final championship for the driver that went to victory lane at Watkins Glen last week, securing his championship shot. Ryan Bird sitting all the way back in 14th. A little bit of a quiet night here tonight for that 49. Then you can see him way off in the background, just kind of riding at this point in time. Oh, and Trebu into the wall. Kerry Trebu smacks the wall in turns 3 and 4. Driver's going to scatter. 98 of Shelley going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll make his way around, and now Trebu falling like a rock. Heavy hit there for the RNG Compressor Parts Incorporated number 7 Chevy Z01 Camaro. Kerry Trebu with some trouble now on lap number 14, hits the wall, and he's going to drop out of the top 5 all the way back into the clutches of, well, it's a Dodge out there. It is not a Ford Mustang. And, well, Magic Man moment for a second here for Huffstutler. See if we can't get him. And there it is. There's that 94 Casey Kane looking Dodge out there on the track. Huffstutler with a little bit of a rough go. He's got some electrical problems in that 94 machine. So we'll jump back up here to the front because we've got a battle for the top spot. The 10 not wanting to wait in line. He continues to drop down to the bottom of the racetrack and slot up, gain a spot or two at a time, and he's going to bring that 12 of Talmadge right along with him. Talmadge back up inside of the top 5. The 10 of Thomas Green up 6 positions now into 3rd. He's going to look for this run. Watch him drop to the inside. He had the look, not going to have the look this time by. He's going to play possum for a moment. Oh, and he scrapes the wall. Thomas Green into the outside wall. That's going to allow Talmadge with the run. Here comes the 39 of Watson back down to the inside. A little bit of a hornet's nest here with Gamillion, Moniz, Walker all tied up, knotted up with each other. 6 cars all battling for position. Isaac Shelley sits in 6th. Gamillion right behind Walter, and Moniz follow. Great racing action here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Back at the front of the field, I tell you what, why don't we give you some of the onboard camera shots? Let's go on board here, riding inside of that 17 of Adam Westfield. You can see just how close it is with Talmadge with a look to the bottom. Aaron Kralick going to continue the lead off of turn 1. What a great look, what a great shot back. We'll take a look now just outside the car as well. We're right here still on board with that 17 of Adam Westfield all over Aaron Kralick as we cross the line. Back outside the car, your top 3 slowly beginning to separate themselves from the field. Isaac Shelley right there leading a 2-car train. Thomas Green knotted up with him. Watson starting to fade into the distance a little bit in that 6th position. And how about the run so far here, race fans? 20 laps in to tonight's race. We have been clean and green at a 1.5 mile super speedway. Speeds upwards of 185 miles an hour, reaching the corner entries. These guys, make no bones about it, they are mixing things up. Here comes a big run off of 2 for Moniz. He'll drop down to the bottom of the track and look for that position on Watson. Lap 22 goes on the board here tonight in the Retro 150, brought to you by North Star Designs. This is your 5th North Star 5 of the season. So not only will a driver put some more money in his back pocket by walking away with the North Star Designs North Star 5 championship, but also we'll find out who's going to join Ryan Byrd in your Final 4 at Charlotte Motor Speedway next Saturday night, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Mark it down, list it on your calendars, and I tell you what, if you haven't already, tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your family, come on over and enjoy some great racing action each and every Saturday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Join us in that push to 3,000, the road to 3,000, right around the corner. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Fancy little notification. You won't need your calendar anymore. We'll let you know each and every time we get ready to go live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network each and every Saturday night for the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Drivers clean and green all night long here in the Retro 150, watching LarsonLineCars.com. Number 5, Cornflakes Throwback Machine of Dakota Moniz, running in the 8th position, up 2 spots from where he qualified, but just kind of mired right here back in traffic. 25 laps on the board now, and this man at the front of the field has led every single lap. He grabbed the top spot away from your pole sitter on lap number 1. Jared Talmadge wasn't even able to get back to the line and lead a lap before Aaron Kralick grabbed that top spot away. Talmadge has been stuck inside the top 5, just not able to get back to the top spot once again, and nobody's been able to get by that 01 of Kralik. Looks like he wants to lead and wants to lead a lot here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you know, 26 laps into tonight's race, I'm asking, I'm going to ask some of you fans out there in TV land, also going to ask myself, really, what's the fuel mileage here that these drivers are going to get? Typically, super speedway racing, we see drivers having to come to pit road. Oh, big wheel out of 2 for Kralik. Oh, and caution, we've got a caution on the track. There is trouble. Oh, and it looks like the 69 of Shane White may have had some trouble. Very slow front end, all tore up. Let's go back to the replay. Let's see if we can't figure out and find what happened here. Let's check the track, Rick. Oh, and there it is. Ryan Bird involved. Oh, boy. Overhead camera shot from the blimp. Do we got one closer, boys? Do we? Yeah, we do. All right, we're going to go back to another look at it here. Ryan Bird up off of the bottom of the racetrack and up and across that 69's nose, and hard, heavy impact for Shane White. Maurice Gamillion also catching a piece of that action. The 44 Levi Garrett machine. Let's take a look, see how bad it was for Gamillion, and a little bit of contact right there. Mark Wright able to skate his way through. I believe Kerry Trebu made it through without any trouble right there. So we'll rejoin the field back at the front as they all head down pit road for the first time here tonight. Caution flag flies on lap number 28. As we find ourselves under caution for the first time, we're going to step away, use this opportunity to pay a few bills. You know how that goes. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Right back, trackside, right back to the action. Drivers in the restart zone and on the gas. Aaron Kralik brings the field back to the green flag. Thomas Green right there in second. 98 of Isaac Shelley doesn't get a good restart. He will have to settle for third. And Thomas Walter, Max Fauner going at it right there side by side with each other. James Watson was back near that near that previous incident, was able to make his way back to the front though. Maurice Gamillion will take a look at this Levi Garrett 44 machine. He was very close to being caught up and involved in that one, and I think just a little bit of front end damage. You can see a little bit of a crinkle on that front fascia of the 44, but doesn't look too worse for the wear. So the driver that came into tonight's race just 2 points ahead of the cutoff line. His championship hopes still alive right here, running well. Third car inside lane, but the numbers are at the top, and we've got a battle for the race lead. For the first time here tonight, somebody besides Aaron Kralik will cross the line in front of this field. The 10 of Thomas Green. He wants to lead a handful of laps. Green goes top of the board. Good to see you checking in with us out there, Trammell. Would like to see you out there on the track, but, you know, good to see you catching up with us here in the track. And, yeah, I gotta agree, some great-looking cars out there this week. The throwback schemes for the Retro 150 here tonight. The North Star Designs Retro 150, the final of the North Star 5 race events hosted this season in the Track RACER NAISCC Cup Series. And we've seen drivers get to the front. Well, we've seen a driver get to the front. We've seen Aaron Kralik take that top spot and really be able to manage both the top side and that low line. Will the 10 of Thomas Green be able to control this race the way that we've seen Kralik able to do? Get a little closer to this action, get a little closer to these beautiful paint jobs out there. How about that Simbox Store North Star Designs 17 of Adam Westfield. Westfield running in the third position. He came into tonight's race tied it for that final cutoff spot. Him and James Watson, the 39 Ford Mustang. There you can see that NRN throwback paint scheme for Watson running in the 10th position. They came into tonight's race and tied, locked up for that final spot. And right now the nod will go to that 17 of Westfield. Moving and couldn't take it with you. What? Man, you know they make like 40-foot U-Hauls, right? You could have fit that thing in there. I'm telling you. Well, James, it's a shame to hear that. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Hopefully, we see you back out on the track at some point in time. And well, we've got some three-wide action to talk about now. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, Trebu gonna put Kralik in the middle. The time machine twitches a little bit, not liking that middle lane. And he'll go right back to the high side. And yeah, we couldn't agree more. That RPM being wound up at the top of the speedway, that RPM really pays off here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Maybe a little bit more so than what we see at Talladega and Daytona. Now we're starting to see drivers shuffle each other around lap 38 on the board. Just about 12 laps away from the Simbox Store stage break. So drivers jockeying for position to get themselves some of the final few points in those bonus columns, because one driver will walk away with Simbox as a prize from the Simbox Store at the end of this season. So everybody jockeying for each and every point, week in, week out. I'm telling you, I like Thomas Walter's machine right there. Check out that baby blue and purple. little bit of a North Star throwback out there on that 57 Toyota Camry. I'm liking it. Ten laps to go and we'll cross the line in the first stage. Then drivers will re-rack, restack, and get ready to re-roll for 100 laps run down to the end of tonight's race. And look at the big moves by that 57. Jumped down there all alone. Now he's got some help with that 55 of Mark Wright and the Guinness machine right behind him. Dakota Moniz wants to try his hand at the bottom of the racetrack. He'll join the fight, but can those four cars get organized enough to utilize the momentum? And Talmadge gonna drop to the bottom, and he's gonna hunt the front. Pumping up Clothing Company pole sitter here tonight. He wants to get back to the lead for the first time since that. Oh, and he's got it at the line. Jared Talmadge goes back to the top. Outside lane was the place to be, and oh, we've got trouble on the track. Kralik slow on the track. Was he involved in this latest incident? Oh my goodness. Gonna have to go back. Let's check the track racer replay. And yeah, Kralik's gonna go around, not seeing what happened there. If there was any contact, we're gonna try to back it up a little bit further if we can. Maybe see and find out what happened here. Oh, and yeah, just super loose through the middle and not able to keep it underneath them. Let's take one more look at it. Oh, Chameleon misses another one. Woo. No contact for Kralik to bring out the second caution of the evening, so that's good news for him. Good news for Chameleon as well. Evasive action, and he was able to avoid that one. And well, this is going to be a little interesting here now tonight. Will we see a short shootout to the end of the stage, or will race control and admins, will the race officials go ahead and call this as the Simbox Store stage break? It's going to be pretty interesting to find out whether or not that's what the scenario is going to be. We still got ourselves about 6 laps, 7 laps before that official stage number, so we may see a short track shootout to the end of stage 1. Drivers with 5 sets of tires here tonight, so it looks like a handful of them already using one, so 4 more sets of tires down in the pits. I don't think tires are going to be an issue here tonight. I think it's going to be more so of that fuel, and it looks like everybody's going to stay out, so it looks like we will indeed have a little shootout here to the end of stage 1. iRacing pace truck lights back out. We're ready to drop the hammer once again here tonight in the North Star Designs Retro 152 quick cautions. In the opening stage here tonight, your pole sitter back to the front after being mired in traffic and just not able to really get the run to the front that he needed. Jared Talmadge going to utilize a push from that 57 of Thomas Walter. And Talmadge now going to go back to the point. So your pump and dump pole award winner here tonight, Jared Talmadge, going to lead the field back to the green flag. And how about this? Talmadge in need of some of those points, yes, indeed, but is in need of a checkered flag. A must-win situation when it comes to the championship points, when it comes to the Final Four situation. Talmadge putting himself in a position to strike when necessary. Here we go. Base truck down and away. Drivers into the Geico restart zone and wait for it. Here we go. Green flag flies once again as Talmadge nails the loud pedal, and he's going to scoot away from the field. Lap number 46 now goes on the board. Thomas Green looking to take that top spot back once again, but the filter time, Premier number 10, Toyota Camry, going to stay in line, tucked up behind him, another fellow Toyota. Thomas Walter right there. Dakota Moniz in a solid fourth position. We've got drivers beginning to have some gaps between themselves on this latest restart, so not the best restart for a handful of drivers out there, but the man that needs to finish near the front needs to walk away with a race win. He's doing so right now, looking to take the stage win as the 57 of Walter drops down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got help from Moniz, and he's going to inch forward off of turn number 2. Your top 6 all going at it. Big pushes down the backstretch and into turn number 3. You can see the outside lane, the inside lane, both wiggling with those pushes. And prevailing for the time being, that outside lane going to be able to keep the momentum wound up, keep the energy going, and move forward. Talmadge moves back to the race lead. And here comes Aaron Kralik. How about the man that just went around on the front stretch right here, running in 8th, and he was looking low, looking like he was going to utilize that run to try to skate to the front. He'll have to jump out of the gas and try that move once again. The filter time, number 10, down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got help from the 57, lap number 49 on the board this time by, with Talmadge still leading at the top. Big move from Isaac Shelley. He's going to drop right behind Talmadge down to the bottom of the racetrack. And one awesome auction 98. We're not going to say the sponsor. We'll let you say it out there. You can see it right there on that 98 machine. Adam Westfield going to look to the bottom of the racetrack. Will we see a last lap stage pass here? No, outside lane going to motor on by. Will Talmadge drop to the bottom? No, he's not. He's going to stay at the top. He'll stay at the top of the racetrack off of turn number 4, back across the line. That should do it for the opening stage, and across the line, Isaac Shelley will walk away with the stage win, snatching green and white checkered flag. Big move towards the end of stage number 1, and Isaac Shelley puts that Premier Racing one awesome auction Toyota Camry at the front of the field, and he will walk away with the Sim Box Store stage break. Whew, my goodness, what a run there to the stage break. It's time for the Sim Box Store stage break. Drivers will be using their button boxes to make their strategy a reality in a matter of moments, helping themselves get the edge over their competition and fellow competitors. Get yours today at simboxstore.com. Once again, that's simboxstore.com. Simbox Store, you really push our buttons. And really some great button boxes over there at the Simbox Store. We've been asking all season long, which one do we get? Do we get that Stormtrooper? Or Stormtrooper 2, I apologize, or do we get that Diablo? Really looking at one of those two, we need an answer. I tell you what, Trammell, you're out there. Which one, man? If you had to put one of those two boxes on your rig, which one would you go with? And we've got some gamblers staying out on track. The 10 of Thomas Green and Aaron Kralik both got to stay out on the track under our Simbox Store stage break. So looking to roll the dice as we've got just a little under 100 laps remaining here tonight. 2 quick on-track cautions. We find ourselves under a stage break now, and we will head to a quick commercial break, get things ready to go for the rest of tonight's race. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're watching the Retro 150.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as drivers move down the backstretch, back double file. Once again, the iRacing Chevy Silverado pace car lights, excuse me, are off and we are ready to go back. Green flag racing this time around. Isaac Shelley, your Simbox Store stage break winner, gonna start from inside row number 1, staying out because he was on pit road just a handful of laps ago, about 6 laps ago. Aaron Kralik gonna elect to stay out. He will be the control car and he will bring us back to green flag conditions. Talmadge right there inside row 2, 17 of Adam Westfield just to his outside, 57 of Walter, and Watson back in row 3 and on the gas. Green flag flies once again here in Atlanta. Able to get up through the gears was Kralik, but now a big run by Shelley. He'll tuck in line for a moment, then try to utilize a slingshot to get around and in the top spot, and it is not going to pay off. He's going to get freight trained now, not just Westfield, but here comes Watson. Moniz also looking to force Walter back a little bit further. Shelley still falling back. Space in front of Talmadge. He'll drop to the, or come up to the top side. You can't drop to the top, can you? But you can drop the top, but you can't top the drop. Never mind. Hard-nosed racing action already back underway as we enter our second portion of tonight's race. Lap number 57 on the board. Just under 90 laps remaining here tonight. In the final cutoff race, the final North Star 5 race, the North Star Designs Retro 153 wide with Trebu in the middle. Backing out of that was that 7 of Trebu, not wanting to have any of that 3 wide action with the 55 of Mark Wright with the 12. of Jared Talmadge up at the top of the racetrack. Holding strong on the inside lane, though. Very interesting to see those three cars able to hold serve, really, with the race leaders that have so much more numbers at the top. The momentum really there. The numbers definitely belong to the high side, but a big run by James Watson. He's trying to bring that Ford Mustang to the front. And see, now Tremble, you're going to have me over there looking at button boxes all over again, telling me about a Ghost Rider and a special edition, unlisted. Gotta be the man next to the man to know about it. I mean, oh my gosh, we got to get over there again. Lap number 60 on the board with Aaron Kralik. Back to the race lead. Adam Westfield right there running at second. Thomas Walter with a close third place run right now. Sharks are in the water here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tell you what, why don't we go take a little bit of a look off of the tail end of the car? Well, never mind. We'll go inside of the race car for a moment. Taking a look at Aaron Kralik. There's the camera shot we were looking for right there. Just over the rear deck lid, you can look at that big old spoiler on the tail end of these Cup cars for these super speedway races. What a camera shot here tonight. I do want to give a tip of the cap to each and every one of the crews and drivers, allowing some of the turn 3 guys and gals to go out there and affix some of these great action shots, action cameras to their cars inside and on them. All throughout this field, got some great camera shots, and I tell you what, why don't we mute the mic for a moment, get a little closer to the action as we go 3 wide. Oh my gosh, Mark Wright squirts through the middle. And, well, we're going to mute the mics now, get a little closer. What do you say, race fans? Let's go to Turn It Up. And look how close these drivers are around this 1.5 mile super speedway, riding on board now with that 12 of Jared Talmadge, driver that needs to get to victory lane, and he is flirting in some shark infested waters right now. Very close, hard racing action right around that 9th position. The 12 down on the bottom of the racetrack, fighting with the 51 of Max Fonner. Fonner going to take the high side for the moment and look to parlay his 5-point advantage into a championship run. 49 of Ryan Bird, he was involved in an earlier incident. There you can see him down on the bottom of the racetrack, still running just outside of your top 10. Can Ryan Bird come back and spoil the show? Movement at the front, but nobody having anything for your race leader. He's led the most laps here tonight, and he looks to secure yet another race win this season. Looking to make it to victory lane for the second time. Whoa, Dakota Moniz out of shape. Aaron Kralik looking for his second checkered flag of the season. Westfield and Watson knotted up coming into tonight's race. And there they are, knotted up, fighting over second for the time being. And on the outside, Westfield going to get the nod. Crazy racing action here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The new repay for the Retro 150 in the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. We have had some crazy good racing action. 2 early cautions here tonight, followed by our Simbox Store stage break back at lap number 50. Great racing action. 15 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We are down to just 12 on the track, with Shane White still on pit road trying to fix his 69 machine to get back out on track. Thomas Green as well as Sean Huffstutler, both of those drivers have succumbed to their contact. And both of those previous race winners not in a championship position. So not much going to be affected. And I think Shelley going to go 3 wide. 3 wide contact with the 55 of right on his outside. He's got Trebu on the bottom. Isaac Shelley, the rookie, not going to be satisfied. Came into tonight's race 8 points out of the cutoff line. He is looking for a way into the final 4. Kralik, Westfield, Walter, Watson. Your top 4 for the time being. And right into the wall. Moni's going to follow him right into the wall as well. And you want to talk about a crazy cutoff race? Aaron Kralik came into tonight's race 1 point out of the cutoff line. The driver sitting in second came in tied for the last spot in the cutoff line. The 39 of James Watson running in 6th was knotted up tied. Maurice Gamillion running back in 12th right now. He may be in danger. He had a 2-point advantage above the cutoff line, but running in the 12th position at the moment. Isaac Shelley running in 4th. He was 8 points out of the cutoff line. So all of your championship contenders, 7 out of your 8 championship contenders, all right here with a shot at it right now. Jared Talmadge, or I should say 6th. Jared Talmadge right here running in 7th. Let's take a look at that 12 machine if we can. Can we get a little closer to the 12? Let's do it. There we go, right there. There you can see him outside lane right behind Kerry Trebu right now, in between Dakota Moniz, and he's got the 39 of Watson down on the bottom. Talmadge took your pole position, but he needs the checkered flag. Stage points aren't going to help him. The pole position isn't going to do enough. He's got to walk away with a checkered flag to continue his season. So as Ryan Bird is already locked up and locked in with last week's race win at Watkins Glen, the Tattoos by Paulie Glen Grand Prix, Ryan Bird did his sponsors justice last week and got him into the championship Final 4. Talmadge in a must-win situation here tonight. And I'm telling you, it's going to get it's going to get super close. I'm not sure we're going to be able to have it all figured out by the time we get to the post-race interviews and figure out who's in, who's out. But it is going to be very, very close. I can assure you that with with those 6 drivers being just 13 points of difference between them, from Fonner back to Isaac Shelley. 13 points separating those drivers. So definitely able to point your way in. But it's all who walks away with the checkered flag is also going to determine how many points you really do need. We are just a little bit past the halfway point. So what do you say we go up with your race leader? It's time for your mid-race rundown. Your highlights and spotlights leading tonight's race. Walking away with the most laps led so far here tonight, the Retro 150. Inside of that, clean as always, tied 01 machine. And the driver out of Iowa, Aaron Kralik, continues to show the way, continues to run in the top spot. The man right behind him, Adam Westfield, looking to continue his championship hopes and dreams. The North Star Design Simbox Store Toyota Camry 17 has run well here tonight. Westfield sits in second. Thomas Walter, your next Toyota driver in the field, to Roanoke, Virginia native Ken. He get his throwback North Star Designs 57 into a championship position. And Walter, now that we're looking, Walter, not one of those championship drivers. Can he spoil the show here? Maybe walk away with a race win before the end of the season. So the 57 running right there in the third spot, still looking to get to victory lane for the first time this season. Man right behind him in the running order, running in fourth, Isaac Shelley, the rookie, looking to get the job done. He's got a couple more positions to go, running well here tonight. Isaac Shelley sits in fourth. We've talked about him enough. You know what he's got to do. The driver that promised us a shoey if he can get a season championship. We're rooting for it because we got to see that shoey. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I hope we get to find out. I hope Pat Talmadge gets to show you all about the shoey. The man that needs to walk away with the checkered flag here tonight, sitting in the final spot inside the top 5. Biggest mover of the race is that 57 of Thomas Walter, as we watch Dakota Moniz trying to utilize a run and break inside the top 5. It's going to fall short, though. No help on the bottom of the racetrack, and it looks like Moniz may lose a spot to Trebu. And that's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights. House cleaning left here tonight. 15 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 12 out there on the track. All 12 are on the lead lap. And let's go check in with one of your championship drivers. Let's go check in with this for... Oh my gosh, did you see Mark Wright? The Guinness 55 Chevy Z01 Camaro hard into the outside wall right there on the front stretch. We're going to stay green flag. But there you can see a little bit of damage on that 44 of Chameleon. And it looks like the car not handling to his liking at this point in time. Looks like he may have a friend trying to help him out a little bit right here. The man already locked into the next round. Ryan Bird may be trying to help that 44 work his way to a position to walk into Charlotte with a shot at the championship. Back at the front, we'll jump as Aaron Kralik has got company. Adam Westfield looked like he wanted to go to the inside, just didn't take that run. And we've been going at it with some great racing action so far here tonight. After your stage break, back at lap number 50, drivers came to pit road around lap number 52. Race leader Aaron Kralik was on pit road last time on lap number 43. So already 40 plus laps on the fuel mileage for the 01. And when will we see drivers have to hit pit road? Kralik looking like he may be able to make this a one stop from here. Everybody else through the field, potentially just a one stop as well. So green flag pit stops may be what decides the outcome of tonight's race. And how many times can you say that? Out there in TV land, race fans watching us all around the globe, all around the country, wherever you are, whether you're on your cell phone, tablet, maybe you're even at your computer watching things on your Google Chromecasts and your Fire Sticks, all those great contraptions out there utilizing the streaming networks. We do appreciate you joining and tuning in with us here tonight for a great race here with the NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series. It's the final cutoff race before the championship. We will have 4 drivers battling it out at my hometown track. The Queen City, the Beast of the Southeast, Charlotte Motor Speedway will host championship night here for the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series next Saturday night. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy all the great content, all the great racing action out there on the track. And go ahead, you know what to do. Drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe while you're here. Smash that bell. You won't have to write it down. You'll get a fancy notification right from us each and every time we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, and whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. And side by side, once again, battle for the second spot. Isaac Shelley going to drop to the inside, looking to take that position away. Not going to happen. Westfield able to get back up to the top. Shelley going to have a look for the race lead here in turns 3 and 4. Not going to quite get there. Will he be able to slot back in line? That's the dangerous move here. If you can't make the move and get back in line, you have the potential to lose 2, 3, 4 spots at a time. And now Shelley may be regretting that move as we close in on the 100 lap mark. Lap number 90 now on the board. As we get closer to that 100 lap mark, do want to take a moment to thank a few of the sponsors here this season. Got to give a big shout out, as always, to Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker haptic transducers bring tactical feedback to your sim racing experience, delivering the missing car to driver connection so you can drive faster. Feel every gear shift, rumble strip, tire strip with precision accuracy. Right there with Butt Kicker. The future is feeling Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Big shout out, as always, to our title series sponsor, Track Racer. Track Racer has cutting edge design and engineering to give you the competitive edge you need over the competition, offering race rigs, flight simulators, monitor stands, accessories, and now you can even snatch up one of those SimCube wheels direct from Track Racer. Track Racer has everything you need to begin or complete your race rig today. Follow the NAISCC on Facebook, message them, and you can get your own link with a discount code or anything over there at Track Racer. Track Racer Refined Gaming. We also got to give a big shout out to Norse Star Designs coming on board, sponsoring a handful of races this season. This is the final of the North Star 5 sponsored races. Drivers going to win a little bit of extra money for finishing properly in those 5 races. So a big time shout out to the North Star Designs group. North Star Designs, your graphic design, logos, websites, and more. Spot you can find examples at North Star Designs on Instagram or at TW Norse on Twitter and Twitch. Whenever you need to stand out, remember, look no further, look to the star. North Star Designs. Pump and Dump Clothing Company coming on board, sponsoring the Pole Award this season. So a big time shout out to the guys and gals over there at the Pump and Dump Clothing Company, coming on board and actually sponsoring a handful of league-specific items over there in their store. You can find them at pumpedupclothingcompany.com. Once again, that's pumpedupclothingcompany.com for all your average Joe Duck hunter enthusiast goods. Offering everything from camo to tumblers. Look for some great hunting gear over there at pumpedupclothingcompany.com. And now with the bills paid, let's get back to the action on the track. Aaron Kralik continuing to lead tonight's race. He's led the most laps, so if he was getting paid for leading the most laps, he would definitely have that one in the bag at this point in time. Nobody can really do anything with him. Once he gets that top spot, it's been very hard to get around Kralik. A handful of drivers have tried their hand, but it's been a hard press for anybody to really complete that pass. We've now got our third and fourth victim of the night. The Retro 150 gonna claim a handful more drivers. The 55 of Mark Wright, after slamming the outside wall on the front stretch, he's called that Guinness machine to the hauler. The 55 gonna walk away with 12th here tonight. Shane White, his crew chief, was seen throwing one of the biggest wrenches we've seen across the garage area, and it looks like that 69 is being loaded back into the hauler. So Shane White out of tonight's race. That's going to leave us with 11 on track, 11 on the lead lap, and 11 all over each other for the time being. Your top 9 all scooted away. Ryan Bird and Maurice Chameleon, there you can see these two still in tandem, as Chameleon trying to somehow pull off enough points to walk away into your championship 4. So the hot and heavy action will be right here at the front of the field. We're trying to stay up at the front, and Isaac Shelley may have some trouble. Shelley may have some trouble. The 57 going around Jared Talmadge, making evasive moves, and he's going to move back inside the top 5. Talmadge going to move to 4th. And I'm telling you, drivers were on pit lane almost 50 laps ago. How about Aaron Kralik? He was on pit road at lap number 43. The last time he came down and got fuel and tires. He has got to be on the verge of running out soon. Look for Kralik to come to pit road anytime. Upwards of stretching the fuel almost 60 miles, or 60 laps, I apologize, is Aaron Kralik. If he can go another 2 laps, he will have stretched this fuel run 60 laps. And everybody will be able to make it to the end from this point on. So now late race cautions, if we see one, that could change the entire complexity of the race. Fuel mileage not going to be a factor. Drivers already on at least their second set of tires. And the 17 in the outside wall. 17 in the outside wall. Adam Westfield with some trouble, and he's going to lose a ton of ground. Adam Westfield scrapes the outside wall there. You can see a little bit of damage on that right front. Just a little bit, it's all it takes. Look at how much time he has lost. He is way outside of that lead pack now and losing ground. That's all it takes. Just one little scrape, one misstep at the front of this field, and you can find yourself plummeting through the running order. And how about Jared Talmadge? He needs the checkered flag. He's right there running in 3rd. Can he get the job done here tonight with less than 50 to go? Less than 50 laps remaining here tonight. Aaron Kralik needing a solid run to walk away with a chance at a championship trophy this season. Dakota Moniz out of your championship battle, but still looking for that first race win of the season. How about Jared Talmadge? Talmadge with one victory in his back pocket, but in a must-win situation. Your pole sitter runs in third with less than 50 to go. Green flag pit stops are looming in the air, and here comes a big run from Max Fauner, and we've got green flag pit stops. Big stack up coming onto pit road. Ooh, and the 7 of Trebu, he's going to have trouble. I believe that may end up being a penalty for Trebu, and here comes Maurice Chameleon, the Levi Garrett. Throwback 44 comes to pit road with some company in front of him. If he can play his cards right here, Chameleon may be able to come out with a little bit of sniff of the draft on that lead pack, and the only man that stayed out, Max Fauner, will bring his 51 Max Motorsports machine back down to pit road. Everybody begins to make their way off of pit lane at the front. Fauner scored as your race leader. Kralik leads Shelley, Talmadge, and Moniz off of pit lane. And this may be it right here. This may be what decides it all, race fans. We have been green flag racing since lap number 52 at the end of our Sim Box Store stage break, and now we've got 3 drivers with a clear-cut breakaway. Isaac Shelley, Aaron Kralik, Jared Talmadge all going at it. Moniz, Westfield, Watson, Walter right behind them. A four-car pack in battle. Just over 1 second back from these 3. Max Fauner may be able to slot in between them. Kralik with a big move to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to look for that top spot back once again. Fauner not able to keep pace. He's going to drop over a second back from this lead pack, but he is going to be picked up by Westfield and Walter. So Fauner blending in well here after our green flag pit stops. And well, green flag pit stops already done and over with. It only took 1 lap to unfold. And how about this? 3 championship drivers battling for the race win right now. Only Jared Talmadge in a must-win situation. And if Talmadge were to pull this off here, that would really put a handful of drivers in a tough situation. Because that would move Max Fauner just above the cutoff line. That would move Maurice Chameleon as the bubble driver. Watson and Kralik, Watson and Westfield would then be 2 points out of the cutoff line. So it's a... Oh, and there they are. They are there. They have run back down your lead pack. Max Fauner right there still with the sniff of that draft. So 1st through 7th all over each other. Kralik down to the bottom as now Talmadge gets left high and dry on the high side. Ooh, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, I couldn't agree. Here we go. This is about to get good. Business gonna pick up. It's kind of like that old saying, you know, you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. We feel something big getting ready to happen here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Man, with championship positions on the line, you gotta think drivers are gonna make some big moves here. With a must-win situation in his lap. The 12 of Talmadge right here, running right now, being scored and shown in the 6th position. You know he's gonna make some moves. Will it be a 3-wide, a 4-wide move? Because if you're Talmadge, you gotta do it. You can't wait for it. You're gonna have to try your luck, and hopefully it pans out for you. So I would expect to see some carnage and chaos late in tonight's race with about, I would say with about 5 to go. I don't think we're going to get away from the track here tonight without seeing at least one attempt at a green-white checker. Just my opinion. But there again, I'm not inside of that 12 because I'm telling you, you get Dave out the cave, you put him in that 12 car here tonight, and with 5 laps, I'm moving. 3 laps, you ain't stopping me. 1 lap, I don't care. I will move you. I've got to chase after that championship. So some feelings may be hurt tonight at the end of this one. It all depends on how it shakes out. But for the time being, drivers willing to go single file and log a handful of laps to get to the end of tonight's race. Big gaps back behind that 51 Max Motorsports machine of Fonner James Watson in the 39. 6.5 seconds back, another 8 seconds back from there. You'll find the 44 of Maurice Gamillion. So the pit stop's not going the way the 44 needed. But still, Gamillion may be pulling off enough points to keep himself inside of that championship for still a long way to go here tonight, though. Very, very long way. About 35 laps, or give or take a lap or two, left in tonight's Retro 150. So a lot can happen on this super speedway, this 1.5 mile track with 35 laps remaining. A ton of different things could happen. Drivers could blow an engine, maybe lose a tire. You never know what might happen. So as drivers continue to mix things up, see just a move right there, an ill-timed move, and we could find ourselves under caution. Very close move there by Talmadge to move up right behind that 51 of Fonner and ensure that everybody stayed in this lead pack. And really, that's what you want. If you're inside this lead pack, you really don't want to drop drivers. Some racetracks, you try to lose a driver or two along the way. Here tonight, you're going to want that help. You're going to want that extra car or two to possibly catapult you to the front with a big draft and a big push. So not necessarily wanting to thin out the field at the front. You're going to want the numbers with you, and you're going to want the numbers on your side. As race leaders close in on lap traffic, that's going to be the 7 of Kerry Trebu, the RNG Compressor Parts Incorporated number 7 machine will fall off the lead lap, be the first and only driver listed 1 lap down in the Lucky Dog position. Early trouble for the 7, and he's found himself off pace and off of the lead lap here tonight. We'll cross the line. Lap 119 goes on the board. And as we continue to watch Aaron Kralik just pat his back pocket with these laps led, absolutely walking away with the most laps led award here tonight. We're taking a look at the speed charts, trying to track down your fastest driver on track here tonight. And it looks like Ryan Bird turned in the fastest lap of the race. The 49 machine, although he's wounded and out of the equation tonight, he is the only driver slotted in to that Final Four with a chance for the trophy at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ryan Bird going to turn in a 30:26 for the fastest lap of the race. But he is well behind this field, over 16 now, make it 17 seconds behind. He's going to be the next driver in danger of falling off of the lead lap. He's about a half a lap down, and now we've got an inside lane forming. Isaac Shelley, Jared Talmadge, they're going to look to hunt the front. Drivers moving around trying to check the runs, and that's what you got to do if you're a handful of these drivers right here. I mean, if you're Moniz, if you're Talmadge, if you're Shelley, although Isaac Shelley's sitting in a little bit better of a position than what Talmadge is, both of those drivers really needing a good solid finish. Talmadge needing to win the race, but why not try a run? Right here, you've got more than enough laps to get yourself back into a striking position. Why not back up a little bit. Maybe I would say back up a little bit. Coming out of turn number 2, really get a big run down the backstretch and into turn 3 and try to make that move to the bottom through the center of 3 and 4. See if you can't catapult yourself up. See how many laps it might take to get there to the front. You gotta know what you gotta do when it's time to go. You can't just say, I'm dropping the hammer and it's gonna work. You gotta know how long it takes. The passes here at Atlanta Motor Super Speedway, I guess is what we're going to call this thing from now on. The runs aren't going to be as huge as what we see at Talladega or Daytona. So it may take you an extra lap or 2, possibly 3 laps longer than what it does for that run to really work out at Talladega and Daytona. So interesting to see more drivers not trying that hand just yet. And just as we talked about backing up, you can see right here Isaac Shelley backing the field up a little bit, creating somewhat of a gap back behind Dakota Moniz, and now Shelley starting to close that gap. Look at this run down the backstretch. And I'm telling you, just 25 laps to go this time by. We are more than 3/4 of the way through tonight's race, and this man has led the majority of tonight's event here at Atlanta Motor Super Speedway. The Norse Star Designs Retro 150, Aaron Kralik looking to make his way into the championship for Adam Westfield. Right behind him, he wants a chance at a championship. Thomas Walter, he just wants to get to victory lane. Dakota Moniz wants to get to victory lane for the first time this season as well. So both of those drivers looking to punch their tickets for the first time with a checkered flag. Isaac Shelley right there running in 4th. Jared Talmadge, or running in 5th, I apologize. Talmadge running in that 6th position, still tucked in line behind Isaac Shelley. And these guys, they're going to have to make a move. They're going to have to go sometime soon. They cannot continue to just sit in line and wait for the last lap. They have got to go. Battle now heating up back in the pack between Maurice Camillion and James Watson, 9th and 10th position. Being talked about, talked over. Watson came into tonight's race tied in that final cutoff line. He is behind the 8 ball now. Maurice Camillion came in 2 points ahead of that cutoff line. They're in tow with your overall points leader, the only driver slotted in and secure into that championship for Ryan Bird. Fastest lap of the race, but he is sitting 17, almost 18 and a half seconds off of your race lead. So these 3 guys playing it safe. A little bit of damage on every one of those cars. But maybe out of sight, out of mind might be the good way to go about things at this point in time. So as things kind of calm, cool, and collected back here around that 9th, 10th, and 11th position, we're going to jump a little bit further back through the field. What do you say we jump back up here with race leader Aaron Kralik as he leads the field across the line with 20 to go this time by. "19 laps remaining when we cross the line this time around." Your top 7 drivers, all nose to tail, making their way across the start-finish line. Kerry Trebu, first and only driver, listed off of the lead lap in the lucky dog position, running in 11th. He's right here with your top 7. Nobody really making a move just yet. And I don't want to say disappointing, but surprising. Nobody's trying to jump out of line. Nobody is trying to battle for that race lead just yet. Everybody content with staying behind the 01 of Kralik for the time being. Very interesting to see that nobody's willing to try that move just yet. An ever-evolving scenario with that cutoff line, with the 3 drivers that are going to be able to make their way into the championship for. The 7 drivers vying for 3 positions. One of those 7 drivers needing to walk away with a race win. He's sitting in the 6th position inside of the 12 machine after showing some pace and qualifying. Talmadge walked away with your pole award, but he does indeed need to walk away with the checkered flag in a must-win situation here tonight, so that's going to leave us with 6 drivers that could point their way into those final 3 positions. The rookie Isaac Shelley running right here in that 5th position. Shelley looking to make it into the championship for, and not just walk away with a Rookie of the Year award, but also walk away with the season championship. Will it be the first time ever done in the Track RACER NAISCC Cup Series? We'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds, how the points lie at the end of tonight. But with 15 laps to go, I think chaos is on the horizon. It's not looking any more chaotic. It's not looking like drivers really pushing it just yet. I wouldn't be too surprised if you're going to see this thing get 2 and 3 wide before the end of tonight's race. We got them stagger stepping through the tri-oval, which is something we haven't really seen so far here tonight. So drivers staggering themselves, coming through the tri-oval, trying to break the draft of the car behind them, B, get a little air to the nose of the car, a little bit of air to the engine, maybe cool it off a little bit, as your top 4 now starting to break away. Top 4 breaking away from Isaac Shelley. What's happened right here with Shelley? As Shelley and Talmadge drop back on purpose, looks like it's Shelley going to drop down to the bottom. The Premier Racing Awesome Auction 98 with a big run. Now he's got help from the 12. Big push, and here comes that run. Run down to the bottom goes Shelley. He's going to grab a position as Moniz into the outside wall. That's going to let those 2 drivers make the pass, and they're going to force Moniz back to that 6th position, but the run will fizzle out. Now Shelley up into the 4th position. He's got to bring Talmadge right along with him. The Chevy TL1 Camaro number 12 machine down on the bottom of the racetrack, looking for more. Not going to use any more track for the time being. He'll stay in 5th. Still not able to shake Dakota Moniz, even though Moniz had that contact with the outside wall. He's been able to keep that 5 in line. Your top 3 starting to break away, as now Shelley looks like he may be backing off once again. A run to the bottom, look to the inside now on that 57 for 3rd. Shelley with a run, not going to quite get there. Will the 12 stay with him? No! Talmadge gonna block the run on the high side, and here comes Moniz. He's gonna block that move, and now Talmadge left high and dry for a moment. Talmadge able to move his way back into 5th. And I'm telling you, here we go, race fans. We're gonna have some crazy moves and some crazy action over these final 10 laps here at Atlanta Motor Super Speedway, the NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series. It all comes down to this final cutoff race of the season. 4 drivers with a shot for the championship at Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. 1 driver we already know will be the 49 of Ryan Bird. Who will be the other 3? Will it be the long shot? Will it be the rookie? Can the veteran get the job done? With points on the line, a race win hanging in front of these drivers' faces, who's gonna do what they gotta do to walk away with a chance to lift the season hardware next weekend? Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here we go down the backstretch. All 8 laps remaining here tonight. Will lap traffic come into play before the end of tonight's race? Something we're keeping our eye on right here as well is Gomillion and Bird Watson. They are losing time to this lead pack. They are 24 seconds behind your race leader. They're lapping around here at 31 seconds a lap, so they are just about 7 seconds in front of your race leader, and 6 laps to go. When we cross the line, lap traffic may come into play. Side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Now Isaac Shelley takes it to the high side, to that 3rd lane on the top of the track. 57 get together, contact, and we got trouble. Jared Talmadge involved. The 57 gets caught up. Isaac Shelley goes around. And the big trouble is for that 12 of Jared Talmadge. How bad is the damage? Caution flag flies with 6 laps to go, and let's take one more look at this here with the Track Racer replay. There you can see the contact between Shelley and the 57, and yes, definitely some big damage. 3 out of the 4 corners making contact with either an inside safer barrier or another car. Jared Talmadge may have a bit of trouble on his hands here. Let's get one more look at it, and there's contact. Shelley gonna be hurt. 57 also gonna be hurt after that contact. But what do you do now, race fans? What do you do as we go back live with your race leader, Aaron Kralik? What do you do if you're at the front? What do you do? If you're Kralik, Westfield, Moniz, do you come to pit road? You know that Shelley probably has to. Talmadge has to. You know the 57's gonna have to. Dakota Moniz, he's gonna take it. He's gonna go ahead and come to pit road. Kerry Trebu should receive the lucky dog, and there you can see that RNG Compressor Parts Incorporated number 7 Chevy ZL1 Camaro getting the lucky dog. Gonna get the wave around, get himself back onto the lead lap. That's gonna give us 11 drivers on the lead lap. All 11 of the drivers that are still not on track will be on the lead lap, with an outside chance to walk away with a checkered flag. So this should move us into a green-white checkered scenario. And yeah, that 2 cars going for 1 spot. I couldn't agree with you more there, James. On the backstretch, it looked like the spot closed up, and well, sometimes you just can't fit 2 into 1. And man, this is a tough one for me here. Because Kralik came into tonight's race sitting 1 point. Oh my gosh! Aaron Kralik! What just happened with Kralik? hit the gas and the car got loose and into the outside wall. Oh my gosh. That has changed so much of... Oh, wow. Wow, big time trouble now for Kralik, who came into tonight's race 1 point out of the cutoff line. He's going to be on pit road for quite a while, and it looks like they're going to lower the hood and push the 01 behind pit wall, the dominating car, out of tonight's race. And oh no, the championship points, they just got a huge shakeup. Isaac Shelley also on pit road right now. Maurice Gamillion, who's been on the outside looking in the majority of the night, he's got another outside shot to get back in to the championship. How about the man going to start second car inside row? Talmadge still with a shot to walk away with the checkered flag, and if he can, he's into the postseason. Man, my goodness. Chevy Silverado down and away. Restart box. Here we go. And on the gas, green flag flies as the 17 of Westfield nails the gas, jumps into the gear, and tries to pull away from this field. Westfield and Talmadge first and second. Moniz on the top of the racetrack. He's going to look for some momentum to build with pop sickle sticks on display. Will we see the 12 of Jared Talmadge pull off the impossible? He's going to look to the inside. He's going to look for the race lead and down into turn 3. Talmadge with the run, and he will clear the outside lane and up the track. Now Jared Talmadge takes over the race lead, coming to the white flag. This time by the 1 to go final lap. Here tonight, brought to you by KL Customs. It's the 1 to go. Jared Talmadge needed to walk away with the race win, and here he is leading off of turn number 2, halfway down the backstretch. Ryan Bird in tow. Big block. Talmadge, big block on Bird. Contact, more contact, side by side. Talmadge right there, 3 wide, big trouble. Oh my gosh, I don't even know who won. Wow, we got to go back, check out this checkered flag run. There's the trouble with Bird Talmadge. There goes Trebu, there goes Moniz, and Maurice Gamillion. Maurice Gamillion will cross the line with the race lead. We're going to slow it down on the replay here. Let's see what happened. Oh my, 3 wide. There's some contact between Bird and Talmadge. Talmadge would contact with the 57. Both of those drivers go up the track. Bird, he's out of the equation. Talmadge watches his championship hopes and dreams go away. More contact. 57 spins the 7 around. 17 with a big run. Dakota Moniz trying to track him down, and there it is at the line. Maurice Gamillion walks away with the race win. Oh my gosh. Wow. Gamillion gonna walk away with his second win of the season. And getting it done here tonight will secure his shot at a championship. So as the man comes back around, and he's going to give the fans in the stands a smoke show, what do you say? We get ready to step to a brief commercial break and walk away to a victory lane. Smoke show and order, man. Oh man, what a finish here from Atlanta. Smoking it down for all the fans in the stands is Maurice Gamillion. He's going to walk away with the checkered flag. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with all your post-race interviews here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Wow. What more can you say about that finish here tonight in the final cutoff race in the final North Star 5? The North Star Designs Retro 150 to set your championship for. My goodness, the racing did not disappoint all night long, and then we found ourselves with a green-white checkered scenario to the end of tonight's race. And that's going to lead us right in to our post-race podium interview. So what do you say? We try to catch up with a handful of drivers that have walked away in those top spots here tonight, and walking away with a third and final spot in the podium tonight inside of that North Star Design Simbox Store 17 Toyota Camry. Adam Westfield, it's Dave. You got us?
I gotcha.
Hey, my man, good solid finish and really a great run for you and your entire crew all race long here tonight. What did you think coming off of turn 4 when things kind of opened up a little bit?
It was mayhem. First of all, going into turn 3, almost 4 wide for the lead. It was a heck of a race, especially coming down to a green-white checkered and a cutoff race. Sucks we didn't get the win, but I believe I'm on to the next round. So
yeah, with that, we don't want to get your hopes up in case we're not doing math correctly, but it does look like you indeed do secure yourself with a spot into the championship for the race for that season hardware next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So with that being said, what's the plan as you move forward to Charlotte? What's the plan of attack? Are you going to look for maybe a tire strategy, or are you just going to go out and hammer down?
just what I did here tonight. You got to go out and be aggressive. It's a cutoff race, and you got to go do it. One race, do or die. Let's go get that trophy.
Absolutely. Well, Adam, congratulations with walking away with a podium spot here tonight. Great season for you all year long. Congratulations on making it into the Final Four. Great race for you and your crew here tonight. So before we let you go tonight, would you like to give any final shout-outs? Thanks you, love yous. Thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Shout out to North Star Designs. Thomas always is great, teammate and all that. Aaron Kralik, he had a heck of a race tonight. It was unfortunate. He just had technological issues, and it was his race to lose, or his race to win. But Dakota, also another great guy. Simbox Store, a great sponsor, and thank you to all the fans out there.
Well, again, Adam, man, congratulations on the great season so far. We hope we get to talk to you at least one more time before the season's over. And until then, my man, we got one more to go. So head down, elbows up, and let's go get this hardware.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver that has really put together a great consistent season. Adam Westfield walks away with, I believe, if we're reading these stats right, his 10th top 10 in his 6th top 5 of the season. Great run so far here. He's got one more race to get the job done. Adam Westfield points his way in to the championship four and will have a shot at the trophy when we head to Charlotte next week, and that's going to move us right along into the running order. Let's see if we can't grab and have a few words with the driver that walked away second here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that number 5 machine. Dakota, it's Dave. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after a little bit of a crazy finish tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Thought I had myself one there until I saw that 44 sneak by there.
Sometimes it pays to be sneaky, but walk us through that little bit of a run from the exit of 4 to the start-finish line.
Yeah, I just positioned myself there at the bottom. I had a huge run, and I was not lifting for the car in front of me. So I got him out of the way, and I saw that I had a shot at it. And like I said, I thought I was going to get it there as I was sliding sideways. But, yeah, the 44 was able to get a bigger run and sneak by there at the end.
Now, to make things interesting here, not involved in the championship chase. What's it like up there at the front of the pack, battling with these drivers that have so much on the line? I mean, you've got a lot on the line as well, as far as your point standings are concerned, and your race wins. But what's it like racing these drivers that are fighting for that final cutoff spot and fighting for the championship? Are you going to run them any different next week, knowing that it could make or break their entire season?
Yeah, I usually do tend to, give the championship drivers a little more space in the final race, just because I know what's on the line for them and don't want to, ruin that for them. But at the same time, it's finding a balance of also hard racing too. You don't want to just let them have the spot or whatever. You still want to give them a run for their money, but at the same time, you might be a little more cleaner than, how you would be normally.
Well, Dakota, you had a great strategy here tonight. Great run throughout the entire course of this season. And now with just one race left, do you think you could punch your ticket and get into victory lane next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway to close out the season on a high note?
I'd like to think we'd have a good chance at it and to put some practice laps in this week for sure. But yeah, I'd like to think we have a shot to get in victory lane for sure.
Well, my man, again, congratulations walking away with a podium here tonight. Going to come up one spot shy, but still a great finish for you and your 5 crew. So before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, just thank you to my teammate Aaron. He had a dominant car. Unfortunately, he had a misfortune there. And just thank you to all the sponsors, Butt Kicker, Track Racer, Kale Customs, Pump and Dump, and thank you to you for putting on a great show on the broadcast.
All right. Well, I know everybody back at the shop appreciates the kind words. I know we surely appreciate the kind words. All the fans watching around the land also appreciate the kind words. So, Dakota, we got one more to go. Let's see if we can't spoil the show next week at Charlotte.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right, well, there you have it. Dakota Moniz, he's going to look to head into Charlotte Motor Speedway and spoil the show, steal the show, if you will. After a solid second place here tonight in the Retro 150, Dakota Moniz walks away with second. That's going to move us right along in the running order, and we're going to head straight to victory lane with that 44 Maurice Chameleon. It's Dave. You got us?
I do.
Hey, man, a second win of the season. Couldn't come at a better time, huh?
Absolutely. I was pretty much out of the picture the whole race. Had a little issue earlier. I know you guys probably saw that on this big screen, but it was really that last caution, I think, just kind of helped me out. I was really about to go a lap down. It was just really not a long race, but just a trying race, really. This is my first time actually driving on this track, so I didn't know what to expect, really, to be honest with you.
Now, we seen you have a little bit of contact. There was an on-track incident, a little bit of contact. The car didn't look that bad. How much damage was there? Because really it was from that point on that you seemed a little bit behind the 8 ball. As you alluded to, you were almost one lap down at one point in time. Caution really giving your race a shot in the arm there. But how bad was that damage?
It was not too bad if I could keep a car link within a car in front of me. I was okay, but as soon as I would, if I would lift, I would lose the draft. It was just the aero issue. To be honest with you, the car would run fine, but as soon as I would get a little bit of space in between the car in front of me, I would just fall back.
So tonight, a very big aero track, obviously, the super speedway now repave here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're going to go to another repave track. Charlotte Motor Speedway was repaved a handful of years ago. I want to say about 5 to 7 years ago, possibly. Can't really nail down that date, but a little different style of racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Do you think you've got what it takes to put that 44 in position to walk away with the season hardware?
I believe so. I mean, these guys are, like I had mentioned before, I mean, these are really fast drivers, really good drivers. I mean, we're pretty much on the same playing field. It's anyone's race, to be honest with you. So I believe I can do it, but it's going to be tough though.
Well, Maurice, we wish you the best moving forward, and we hope to talk to you in post-race interviews next week at Charlotte, maybe in the same spot, maybe in Victory Lane. We'll have to wait and see how everything pans out, but congratulations here tonight, walking away with the checkered flag, persevering through all the trouble, and being right there to pick up the pieces at the end with the checkered flag. Congratulations once again. Congratulations and moving on to Charlotte with a shot at the season hardware. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah. Just want to say, give a shout out, I guess, to my teammates. Like I said, I think I mentioned this before as well. Some of them weren't really able to finish out the season with us, but for late Apex Racing, those guys still stand behind me, 100%. So I really appreciate them. Just want to give a shout out to them. Admins, they do such a great job with the league, and a lot of stuff behind the scenes that really don't see. They do such a great job with that. So I want to give a shout out to them, the rest of the drivers as well. And I do want to, I think Aaron, he was probably poised to win this one. And as a matter of fact, Adam as well. Those guys are running up front the whole race, but I want to give a shout out to them. I wish they, could have had a better finish, but just want to tell them, we were rooting for them if we couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So just a good league, and just I have fun every week. So it's always a good time here.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, Maurice. And again, congratulations on the second victory. We hope you can make it one more next week at Charlotte. Until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
All right. Thanks, Dave. You too. Take care.
All right. There you have it. Final few parting words from the driver. That you heard it from himself. He needed that caution to get back in the game. And get back in the game, he did in a very big way. The 44 of Maurice Chameleon going to use the trouble on the final lap in the final corner to parlay that into a championship 4 position with a checkered flag here tonight. Your race winner and the North Star Designs Retro 150 inside the 44 Levi Garrett Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Maurice Chameleon walks away with the checkered flag. You can already hear producers hitting those buttons in the background, so you know those familiar sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Atlanta Motor Super Speedway. Walking away top of the charts, checkered flag in hand, that 44 of Maurice Chameleon. Dakota Moniz slots home in second, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight inside the North Star Design Sim Box Store, the 17 machine, Adam Westfield. Thomas Walter going to finish in 4th with Max Fonner. Rounding out your top 5, the 7 of Kerry Trebu going to bounce back after being a lap down to finish in 6th. 7th place tonight to Jared Talmadge, Ryan Bird back in 8th, James Watson home in 9th, rounding out your top 10, the 01 of Aaron Kralik, Isaac Shelley going to finish 11th, 55 of Mark Wright back in 12th, 13th tonight to Thomas Green, 14th to Shane White, and Sean Huffstutler going to finish out the 15 car field here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Your championship 4 have been set. Ryan Bird, Maurice Chameleon, Max Fonner, and Adam Westfield will mix it up next week at the Beast of the Southeast of Queen City, Charlotte Motor Speedway, hosting your Final 4. You know what you gotta do. You know where to find that action. Right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you don't want to write it down, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love. Drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family, or maybe former teammates, We do want to give a big tip of the cap to Trammell for checking in with us all race long over there in the chat. Good to see you, bud. Hope to see you back on track soon. So until next week's championship race, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in turn 3.